Those Labubus.
They got the Labubus in the
Yeah,
man, you give me a Labubu with a 49er bucket hat bottle.
So I sell a lot of my stuff on eBay, Facebook.
Even the people that you love
will hate, will doubt, try to plant that seed. I'm tired of being mediocre. I'm tired of just having to live paycheck to paycheck. I'm tired of all that.
McDonald's fries don't break down.
Oh
Yeah, we've seen it.
The immortal fry. I was like, no way. I eat that almost in a daily. I was like, oh my god. Damn. I'm gonna go buy some tonight.
I was like, I'm craving that. Oh, is he? Throw some salt on that, some ketchup, you good, bro?
That sounds delicious. Think they edit shit?
Absolutely. Yeah, but unless it says it's live, no. Even there, they probably have an emergency.
You're listening to Couch Talk and the AM Lopez podcast.
And I am Ed Trey.
Fantastic time. It's good to be alive. Recently, you've had a garage sale.
Yes, I did. It was like my third one. It was my first one this year, and it's been my first one since 5 years.
It's been a long time.
It's been a minute. It's just an avenue people can try and see how it goes, but I think it's like a baseline thing. Beginner-friendly intro to business, how things work. I mean, there's tons of avenues, tons of lanes you can enter. That now we have live shopping. That's fairly new to, well, it's not that new in the sense like there's been like QVC, TV shopping, live shopping.
QVC?
Yeah, like Home Shopping Network.
What do they call it? Home shopping?
Yeah, you turn on like cable and then you go to like the QVC channel, or I think it used to be the Home Shopping Network.
Oh, right.
And they would sell you stuff live. You would call in.
Right,
they like let's say jewelry, like home decor,
it's a trip.
A lot of different things they would sell.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you would call in, like we're having a special. Like they would run, like
I would always. I think it would show up when I would fall asleep and.
Yeah, it's like late night or early
late night.
Or so that is now
QVC.
like Whatnot and eBay Live, other apps or websites that you can sell or buy live.
As a radio voice personality, I'll be able to auction.
The people I've seen on Whatnot and eBay Live right now, what's hot is Pokemon cards, like sports cards, collectibles.
Mm-hmm.
That like on eBay is very hot, and like shoes, like the sneakers, Nikes, pop culture stuff like that. There are garage sales, and I'm sure that's pretty hot too. Sell used stuff and Whatnot. It's a much newer app, and it's very easy to go on there and set up your account to buy or sell.
The process of signing up is pretty standard, would you say, or like?
Yeah, it's just like signing up for Amazon. It's just like that, just put in your personal information.
If somebody purchases something on live shopping, does the order form show up? Is that automated? It's
already, since you already have your information, your payment information, wherever you want that stuff to be delivered. It's just like any other app that you buy from. I've seen this one chick sell those, what do you call it? Those Labubus.
Oh, they got the Labubus?
There's like many people, Disney merchandise, stuff like
definitely. That. I was researching on Labubus actually. The person who made those are genius.
Yeah.
I applaud them. I was thinking, but we were talking about Labubus, and a friend of mine she asked me, Fredo, why don't you get a Labubu? And I go, man, you give me a Labubu with a 49er bucket hat, a bottle of Hennessy, and like a Modelo.
They have those.
They do?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't yet to see those.
So the last time we went to the card show, Leo bought one.
No
with the bucket hat. Yeah.
See, that's where I.
But these ones, I think.
It's definitely
they got the knockoff ones.
Of course.
Right? That's the knockoff ones. But these things have like, you could buy like, obviously they're just plain like, dolls, whatever, toys.
Yeah.
And then now people have made, outfits for them with like sunglasses.
Accessories. They got the
little accessories like purses or backpacks, stuff like that. Probably even like shoes you could put on the things.
Right.
If you're saying to me that there's no way you could build a business, especially now, you're lying. You're just making excuses. Every and which way to make money. If you're an artist, a painter, a sketch drawer, whatever, you make a couple sketches, you make a couple paintings, you go on like a Whatnot, even eBay or wherever. You can even set up your own Etsy store and sell your creations on there. And a lot of these websites do the freaking marketing for you. So I sell a lot of my stuff on eBay, Facebook, and OfferUp, mainly eBay. Set up your account, very straightforward, very easy. And there's many ways people do this, but the most easiest way is just you do it yourself, right? You go on there. Let's say the way I started is I just started selling things that I had around the house. Then I started to get things from other people. I started to get things from work that were just thrown away and it was perfectly good condition. They just couldn't sell it anymore.
Yeah,
Right?
you started
It was
building your inventory.
yeah, I built my inventory from what I just had, and then I scaled from there. For a beginner, you just start with things around your house. On Facebook, it's even easier because they don't even really charge you to sell on there. You just post, you just make a Facebook account and you post on there, and random people will hit you up saying, hey, is this available? On eBay, they do charge. It's cost of selling, right? Any salesman, entrepreneur, business owner will tell you there's cost. There's cost of living, cost of being a business owner.
People are complaining about the way that it just runs.
They just want everything given to them. Like they don't want to do the legwork to become a business owner, an entrepreneur. Go to work or do whatever you want to do. But if you can't handle being an entrepreneur, then it ain't for you. If you don't understand the game, then it ain't for you.
Last episode, when people want to be told what to do,
exactly, it's just much easier for them.
Right.
Yeah.
As a person who has, I wouldn't say struggled with holding down a job, I'm more than capable of doing a job. But for me, it's just something don't sit right with me. I think it's in me to be an entrepreneur. I can't sit still, ironically. I would say I would label myself as like a creative entrepreneur, where if I don't feel like it's the timing to do something, I won't do it. I follow my intuition. And that also is kind of like stubbornness. I forgot the author of the book, but great artists don't starve. Michelangelo was so stubborn that he used his stubbornness to build a fortune. He was worth like $45 million or something. A lot of people don't know that or something. They thought they thought that he was a starving artist. I don't know where the root of this idea of the starving artist began, but he brings up multiple instances. He talks about, I haven't finished the complete book, but he talks about Michelangelo, where he actually was so stubborn that he got in trouble with the Pope at the time.
Oh.
And he ran away. He was like, the Pope told him, nah, let's cut this project. And Michelangelo was so stubborn, it took him like 40 years to finish this project of like.
So obsessiveness, right? Mm-hmm. Being obsessed with something. But let me finish my thought about eBay. So it's clear. It's very straightforward. It's practical for anybody to do. The whole thing is, it's hard work. It's not hard work. It just takes time. It's work. You have to put in the work. That's what I want to say. You have to put in the work to see. And you're not gonna. And people quit because I've had instances where I've stopped, because I don't see results, and those are the drawbacks. Because people want instant gratification, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to be willing to have it be a marathon, like Nipsey said.
When you gave me the call during the actual garage sale, you mentioned that you were having second thoughts.
So I made a video like a couple nights before the garage sale because just like anything, the first thing that comes into your mind when you have an idea for something like this, like making money, the first thing, the automatic default setting that we have is what's going to go wrong, what's not going to go right. How is this going to work?
Yeah.
Right. Questioning and doubting, fearing.
Second.
Right?
Yeah.
So I couldn't sleep thinking and having these thoughts. Right. And I'm going to create a video about, being tired of being mediocre or being tired of doubting and just hesitating to the things, we want, the ideas we have in our minds that we want to manifest and create. And that's the whole test right there. Can you get past those doubts? Can you get past the fact that it is a possibility that it's not going to work? Can you handle the fact that even if you put in the time and the effort to do it and you get past that fear and anxiety, can you still go through with it and accept that there's possible failure? So I couldn't sleep that night, so I had to put it out there, and that's what I basically said. It was just like, are you the type of person that if you go down a dead-end street, what do you think's going to happen? Are you just going to sit there pounding on the wall, hoping and praying that the wall's going to break down and you're going to be able to go through. Logically, nobody's going to do that. But that's metaphorically speaking what we do in our minds, right? When a roadblock comes our way, is we pound and cry to see if we can get through that wall instead of just like, you know what? Find the solution. Just go back the other way and find another way out. Rejection is redirection. So for men, in our case, right? After a woman rejects you, are you gonna sit there and cry and try your hardest, keep trying your hardest to get that one girl to like you? Or are you gonna redirect your focus into yourself and move on?
There was a post. I need to share this. There was a post. This OnlyFans creator, no judgment, but this creator on OnlyFans met up with her fan who reportedly spent $10,000 for a hug.
That's ridiculous. And sometimes I think these things are fake.
I think so too. It has to be. It might, right? I agree with that statement too. It has to be fake or something, right? Who knows? It could be sensationalism. It could be something. Who knows? But the very next image was the creator going on vacation with her actual boyfriend. I was like, and then the comments were going crazy, bro, like just insane. And it connects with what you just said. I like your analogy with the dead end, right? What are you going to do if you make a bad turn? I'm assuming is what you're, right?
Yeah, and there's a dead end.
You're faced with a challenge, an unexpected challenge. For me, in my personal experience,
we're talking about disability.
Disability, right? The disability for California. Didn't get it online. Tried to call, couldn't do it, and it was just kept on looping. And I was like healing, so I really couldn't do anything. By the time that I'm able to go in person to the office, they can't help me out. The dude did what he could. He just gave me 2 applications, and then I went to Kaiser and tried to have them help me out, and they're like, we can't do anything until you file the claim for receipt. So it's just dead ends, right? I'm past the cutoff date, probably not going to get it. The world is telling me to do something. Oh, you got to keep trying. Let me pivot. I may not get paid by the disability. I might get paid for unemployment. But even then, going through the process as we speak, what can I do about this? I don't like regular jobs. I have a natural tendency to challenge authority. I'm not an anarchist. I have tendencies to be kind of like that. I'm a little rebellious. That's the bull, right? My astrological sign. To all that charts and stuff. There's some validity in that. It's pattern recognition, and like I'm a Taurus. I think my rising is like Gemini. So much. It's like a constant feedback loop of synchronicity, little signs that are telling me, hey man, like my higher self, whatever you want to call it, God is talking to me through messages, through people, through you, through my emotions, through everything, pointing to obviously media marketing. So visit fireoxmedia.com. I finally linked my domain to my Adobe portfolio. Check me out there. I'm going to have
shameless
a lot
more.
Plug. Even the people that you love
will hate,
and
will doubt, will try to plant that seed, and that's due to societal conditioning,
exactly,
right? And the herd mentality, the tribe mentality,
exactly.
Like, rejection is redirection, right? So let's say you're a salesman, you're not successful. Well, maybe the universe is trying to redirect you to 3 people you could sell to. That's going to be effortless. And sometimes we're just so bullheaded, stubborn, that we can't see the subtleties in the redirection.
The book said that. Be stubborn in the right things. Yeah. Be stubborn in the right things. That's one good point, is you got to be stubborn to yourself in your capacity to able to find the person that needs the product you're selling or service that you're selling.
It's just with women too, the same things. Like
right.
The woman's gonna like you for your presence, not for what you're trying to convince her of.
If you leave with money, that's
exactly. If you lead with money, you're just gonna get used and abused, right? Stepped over. But if you lead with your integrity within you, you're not even going to have to say anything, and those people are going to be attracted to you.
Absolutely. And that goes with making friends, and this connects to the previous episode we have recorded too. It's just networking, presence. Remember your humanity. If you're humble, you're not going to shine your light for the possibility of offending somebody. I don't want to step on anybody's toes.
There's a time and a place for all that.
Precisely. And that connects with dating deeper than that. It's just being human. remembering to be human. I talk about what I'm going through and flipping it to a positive and making it about meditation. I'm practicing what I'm preaching.
You reframe,
redirect
the situation, right?
Exactly. And from that video, doubt kicked in. I was like, should I have done this? And I go, nah, it's the truth. And I would just message, and that was an opportunity for them to just reconnect with me. And then for them to be like, hey man, by the way, I forgot. Like, how are you? Right. And another person had mentioned, oh dude, I was wondering where you've been. Like, oh bro. And then I was messaging, and yeah, I may not return, but at least you'll be able to see what I've been talking about, because I'm going to be doing what I've been saying I was going to do, which is social media marketing, content creation. I'm a personality, right? I'm a creator. I'm an entrepreneur. In my mind, there's no other way to go about it. I will always be going against myself if I'm not living my light, if I'm not preaching what I know is true for me, which is being me, right? In my entire year at that previous job, with respect to the business, with respect as a business owner, I'm just going to be real with myself and my experiences. I went through a lot. People went through a lot. There's issues that are real issues in life. What are we doing about it? Are we just going to complain? That's part of the equation. But do we come with solutions? Do we redirect? So what? Those simple two words, so what, is so impactful. I do that with my family. That mentality of like, oh my God, dude. If they're talking about forces that we have no direct control over, so what? So what? If I don't have the energy to contribute to a positive at that given moment, if I'm tired, I'm going to say that. Shout out to Daryl Anka Bashar. 3 phrases. So what? Why not? And interesting. Those 3 responses has helped me before. The story behind the source matters not. The content, advice given to you at that given moment, that's the goal. That's the value. That's what matters most. If it works for you, continue to do so with integrity, respect, and love.
I think, like, going back to your original question, like, that's what made me want to make that video, so I can set that up, the energy, for regardless of what happened, right? And I made money. I'm not going to say how much money I made, but I made some cool money. What's your, mental fortitude like? Like, are you in it just for the moment, or are you in it for the long haul? It's not just about the money. Obviously, we all need money to work, to live, and pay our bills. But if you really are passionate about the journey, then it doesn't matter, because you're going to get something out of it anyways. Skills, life skills. I interacted with a couple people, and that just helps my social skills, my marketing and selling. You don't know what direction you're going to go to when you have a certain idea, but it's not always going to go that way. Your resilience is what determines if you keep going.
Yeah, it's expected to not go how you thought it was going to go.
You have to have that in mind.
Be stubborn on the vision. Don't worry about the details.
There you go. Like, remember that video of Muggsy? The best advice he can give anybody today building a brand online is be obsessed. Be obsessed with the journey. Be obsessed with the process. He mentions networking is an important skill, and to not care about the haters. The more you focus on people that don't like you, just accept that there's going to be people that don't like you. Accept that people are going to think you're annoying. How many people told us, oh, why are you doing that? Why are you recording? He even said, why are you doing
more
jiu-jitsu?
than one person has said that. Grandfather was like, I want you to quit.
No, you're going to get injured, or they're just taking your money. They're just using you to beat you up. This and that and the third.
Right.
Regardless, at a 9 to 5, or regardless of what you do, if you're an entrepreneur or you're a bum, you're going to have haters. Today, I saw somebody in a McDonald's line. Ironically, she was in this Benz, or Mercedes-Benz. There was a homeless guy there. He's asking for money. And I don't think she said anything to him, but I just saw her because I was, on the street, and she was in the drive-thru lane. And she looks down on him, and I could see the reaction she had. And she's like,
a little
snobby look. What, he might have said something to her. I don't know. In a McDonald's drive-thru in the Benz, right?
Yeah.
Like, she looked down on him. Like, whether you're a bum, you're gonna have haters.
No matter who you are.
No matter
what you do.
You have to accept. There's a lot of people oblivious to it. People pleasers, they want to not have experience. Like, I don't want to feel anybody's hate. And those are the people that get the most hate, right? Because they just aren't accepting of the fact that this is how life works. Can you withstand the haters? Can you see that resiliency? Can you see that through? You know how many people looked at me that day? How many people mugged at me that day? Like,
oh yeah.
They were
looking at you like
hustling.
Yeah.
grinding,
Grinding.
whatever. I have goals, aspirations, and dreams that I want to see through. It's not going to look pretty. It's not going to be convenient or practical. It's like people don't even start anything because they start to think about, oh, well, they want the perfect time. And I'm guilty of this too. Everybody's guilty of this too. But I realize like it's part of the journey. Part of the mission. Everybody's story that came up has a moment in their life where it was a grind. It wasn't easy. Millionaires and billionaires, now that they have all this money, it's easy. It's probably even harder. They went through the growing pains of being beginners and getting to that point where they just accepting of the fact that that's how the game is played. That's part of the game. Anybody could be successful when they have a ton of money thrown at them to get the perfect type of merchandise to sell, and they have sales every day. Most people don't do it because they want comfort, they want security. Everybody just wants it done for them. It's much easier than critically think, how can I make this work? I'll just follow what you tell me to do.
The cheap, easy, quick way.
Right? We all done it. I've done it. Still doing it to this day because I don't own my own business, technically speaking. I don't own my own business on like an LLC paperwork. But in order for you to become a successful in anything, business owner, professional athlete, whatever it is you're doing, you have to already see it in your mind's eye. Envision it, embodying it, and enact on it. That's the process. It always starts with thought. How it's going to look, how you see it playing out, right? You embody it, you feel it, the emotion, the feeling of being that business owner, that pro athlete. You act upon it. You do what a professional athlete does. You do what a business owner does. You do what a singer, rapper, artist, painter does. What are those things? Paint, sing, rap.
Do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Right? But we're sitting here.
Do it. Figure it out.
We get stuck in the thought.
Yeah. You get all up in your head.
You get all up in your head. You know what? I'm just going to sit here.
What is that?
I'm just going to sit here watching Netflix. I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's always I do it tomorrow.
Right.
Hey, and I am fully guilty of this.
Mm-hmm.
Not to judge because I'm speaking from experience, right? And I know a lot of people that create content about this stuff and speak on this stuff, and we see it all the time. Yeah. You think they didn't experience that? You think they didn't go through that? You think they didn't feel lazy and was like, oh, you know what? I'll do it tomorrow. They hit rock bottom, said, fuck all this. Smoking weed all day and waiting for that shit to happen ain't gonna make it happen. I got tired of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of it. Right now, I'm speaking from my heart when I tell you these things. I'm tired of being mediocre. I'm tired of just having to live paycheck to paycheck. I'm tired of all that. So that's why I'm here sitting next to you, grinding this out. And we will keep doing it. We've been doing it, right? It's not going to make itself happen. We have to see it. We have to feel it. And we have to act. That's the only way. That's how the game is played. You just don't look at the weights and expect to gain muscle.
Remember that time where said I went to the gym and all she did was stand in front, look up and says, I'm here, and then walk away?
That might be funny, and it might be like, okay, you didn't do shit. But that's how I started.
That's how you started.
I still went to the gym and did something.
Yeah.
But there's this rule. It's called a 2-minute rule. Hey! Fashionably late Lester. Do something for just 2 minutes. That's the rule, right? And it's supposed to help you gain momentum. You set yourself up to just do something for 2 minutes. You go to the gym and you just go there for 2 minutes. Like I did, right? She just went there and just...
She showed up.
So that's what just to get you off your butt. You're going to be like, I could do something for more than 2 minutes, and you build on that momentum. Going to jiu-jitsu, it was all mental, like performance anxiety, whatever. It's all mental. But once you get the ball rolling, once you start to see that it's all just in your head and you're just getting through the mental hurdles, and once you build that habit off of this 2-minute rule, you don't have to think about it no more.
Kind of did in a similar method where I'm just like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, but at least I'm here.
That's it.
I was like, no matter how I feel, I'm always going to put in an hour at least. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, this is bullshit. And I look at my watch and I'm like, man, it's only been 5 minutes. Get used to being uncomfortable, continue to just build, and it'll get easier.
Yeah, because you've done that most people do. Something.
Most people,
Stagnant.
right, are stagnant. They think about it too much, and then they get discouraged.
I met so many people, they cry about it and they talk about it. And that's the thing. It's called effort.
A lot of people, they go so hardcore sometimes. They go for 2 hours straight every single day, and then they burn out. It's about consistency. It's not about so much the intensity. You can ramp up intensity in 30 minutes and then go tomorrow for another 30 minutes and then go the next day for another 30 minutes. You start to build a muscle. It's more resistant and keeps consistent because you just did it in 30 minutes. An hour's fine. People go to the extreme and burn out, and then what? The momentum's gone. The discipline's gone. The consistency's gone. And then they go months. And I'm telling you this because I've gone through it. And all of a sudden, I stop. The momentum's gone. And then I miss out 3, 4, a year.
I should know it's a lifestyle.
The lifestyle, exactly. It's not about, it is and it isn't about how you look. It's about how you feel, too.
Yeah, because my weight goes up and down. But then the minute I see results, I'm like, I'm there. I hit my goal. And then I'm like, I get stagnant again. And I revert to where I started from.
And that's everybody. So you got to build that discipline, that consistency to just be like, that's just me. That's just who I am. I'm active at least 4 times a week at a gym, if it's jiu-jitsu or it's the regular gym.
We all have those people in our lives that are always saying, and I'm saying this because I want to help one person that comes to mind who would always say, oh man, I just really need to do this, I really need to do that, speaking from experience. However, the structure that it can help people, stepping up to the plate, trying your best to swing for the fences will always burn you out. But in baseball, get on base, just get on.
Moneyball, right?
Moneyball. Perfect example. You don't have to go hit a home run every single at bat. You get a single, double, triple. You can even get a walk. Just get on base.
The money ball approach to life.
Perfect example. So and I get it. Like, it's meant to be tough. However, I will say this: you're stronger than you think. You're more capable than you believe. Just know that. How bad do you really want it? It's up to you. No one can live your life for you.
Does the idea feel good? And it's just the idea, not the lifestyle.
The shadow of fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Placebo.
Right? Because a lot of people go through this thinking, oh, yeah, I would like that. But is the idea just the thing they like? Because that's why most people, don't go through with what they like in their head, because it's just an idea that they like. They don't like the process. They're not in love with the process. It's about being in love with the process, right? I love going to the gym because it challenges me. I was in the sauna this morning after my workout. In the beginning, it's easy. It's those last few minutes because the benefits don't come until like the 15th minute and 20th to 20th minute. So I'm usually in there for 15 minutes. But when those last 5 minutes hit, man, it's a struggle to stay there. Sometimes I leave. Sometimes I'll stay past the 15 minutes. It starts to feel overwhelming. Heat is getting to you. You're sweating already. You're already in a big old sweat. I go in there to meditate and to detox right after a good workout. Those who use the sauna are 40% less likely to have cancer, heart disease, high cholesterol.
Sweating out the toxins. And
exactly.
Even in 20 minutes, I heard.
Yep, those are the benefits. You go into the fire knowing that you're gonna get burnt and it's tough and you hate it and everything, but after the sauna, I feel so good, bro.
Oh, you get a euphoria.
With jiu-jitsu, the same thing. Even Chris said this one day. He felt refreshed. But during the rolls, during the warm-up, during the rolls, we're hating it, bro. We're like, why'd I come today? But then after, you're like, man, I'm glad I came. You feel refreshed. Get through the fire, the pain, and remember the other side, how good you'll feel, changes the game. That's in anything.
Some coworkers, this job doesn't pay them, they don't appreciate us. And here I come like, once you go somewhere, you get appreciated and stuff like that. You go, oh, if I find a better job, I'll do it. But, I'm here. And I'm like,
so why
bring it up?
Yeah. Why bring it up if you're just going to hit up with another? That's exactly what
because the worst of situation is not having a job. Now you're broke and crying, and
But he'll still be complaining.
but you still gonna be complaining. So I've been to a job. I don't say loyalty because I'm not a company man, but I do have a family and they depend on me. Money is a factor, big factor.
Of course.
So yeah, I mean, you can complain, dog, but your situation's still the same the next day, and a month from there, a year from there. Next thing you know, it'd be the same day, same hour. You'd be talking about the same thing.
Same old shit.
Nothing ever
To your
changes.
point,
Nothing changes.
it's called insanity.
Exactly.
It's a universal thing, full circle.
Yeah.
So,
It is human nature, man. Cause I'm like,
yeah.
What was the process? What did the process look like for you to like finally get to that point where you're at right now? It's like, why complain? What did you do? What did it take for you to just be in that mindset? I'll get through this.
It's like energy. It's
I'm glad you
negative,
brought that
doesn't
up.
feel right. Step back, look at the bigger picture. What could I turn this negative energy into positive energy? There's wavelength, a mental state. All right, let me go look for a job. Let me talk to the next person because they know 3 people and 2 of those people might hit or want or send you to the person you need. Because, for every person you point at, there's 3 fingers pointing at you.
Correct.
Mhm.
You will be your own determining factor of success, always.
Always.
So
Preach, brother.
you gotta look for what you need and what are your interests. If you find it like your job is like your hobby, it's not a job at all. And you're waking yourself up, you start feeling euphoric again, start being yourself instead of negative, because negative loves that. He'll hug you, be like, where you going,
drain
buddy?
you dry.
Yeah. Chase after success. You will be your own success. I'm not saying tomorrow or an hour from now, but sooner or later you'll reach that, and then keep continuing that. Before you know it, you're telling people your success story.
Money is energy. We all need the money, but we focus too much on it or solely on it. And we forget that when we go to our job, we're exchanging energy. We're using our energy in exchange for that quote unquote money or credit that we get from our employer. We're here. We're using our energy right now to create this podcast, right? And anybody can do this. So if you think about it, if I put my energy, harness my energy into something I like, that it doesn't become work, it becomes your hobby, it becomes your passion, the outcome, the side effect of that will be somebody coming to you and say, hey, you know what, would you teach me that and I'll pay you this much for that.
That happened to 50. He wrote a book, How to Be Successful in the Business. He uses that and money came to him.
Exactly. So it's like a painter right now can paint a couple pictures, go anywhere. He can go on the street and sell. Now online you have ways, Etsy. If somebody makes crochet, does crochet, produce some crochet, pieces, whatever it is, a beanie, a sweater, whatever, kids, baby's clothing, whatever it is, booties, whatever, socks, whatever.
He said booty.
Booties.
Little booties.
Little booties.
Right.
Not big fat, right? But you can go on Etsy and sell them.
Yeah.
Right?
I've seen people do that in the pier.
That's exactly what I thought about too. I thought about that.
Like a spray paint artist. I had a coworker says one of his good friends, he's the tin guy, the silver guy at Pier 39. He says that fool makes tons of money doing that. But that's how he makes his living. Like, especially around tourist season.
He's a performer.
He's a street performer on Pier 39. Many ways to transmute our energy,
provide value,
and
be
the
rewarded
universe
for the value.
The universe's side effect is, that credit, that money we all chase.
That's why it's good to have conversations like this that are positive, because there's stuff that I always knew you forget.
Reminders,
and then getting that confidence to go do it. Like the 2-minute thing, just get yourself out there consistently, you get better. Like I'm working on my being there on time. I mean, I might not hit it, but it's the fact that I'm out there trying to get to that level is more than enough.
You're more than enough.
Hey, you showed up.
You don't get time back. People will know that's a commodity, and that's part of your effort and your growth and your journey, how you say. Just the aspect of finding different resources and assets and income.
I think it's better said that time is infinite. Time is an illusion in the sense that we're here playing this Matrix game, but the opportunity in this version of the game, if you don't show up, at least show up, it's gone.
Yeah, because we all have the same 24 hours. How are you willing to
take advantage of it?
Yes, and then it will lead to something. Always something.
90% of the battle is showing up, right? Journeymen, the rookies. If you can become available, be there on time and available, you have a job for life. Unless the fool is like really dumb, and doesn't do at all. Like I'm talking about, like he doesn't even try effort, like we were talking about earlier, they'll fire him. But if he's there on time and he's trying, they know he's gonna up. But the fact that he's there trying, it's all that matters. And sometimes we're so hard-headed that gets in the way of us even just saying like, well, all I gotta do is show up and try.
It's like arrogance too, because you're so arrogant,
prideful, egotistic. You gotta be humble. There's a time and a place for humility. But when it's time to turn up, when it's time to put up and shut up, then it's where you let the ego come out a little bit, you know. Speak up, you know, because I know I get it. Like, it's like not a lot of people have the courage to sit up here and be vulnerable and be judged in front of the whole world.
Yeah, not everybody could be in front of the camera. Not anybody could post.
I get it. That. But the fact of the matter is, whatever your platform is, show up when
use
it's
your potential. Be the diamond in the rough, and then let that pressure build, and then become a diamond.
Well said.
Into something.
Well said. Well said.
It'll happen. A little voice in your head. First 2 weeks of my injury, I was losing my mind. And it came with the process of healing. Came with the process of deciding that I'm going to go through this process. And by the end, the results are going to speak for themselves. I'm working towards health. I'm working towards wealth. I'm working towards better relationships. Your long-term goal is the thing that will arrive. And that is the reward.
You got to travel. You know, don't stay at the same spot. Sometimes you blow out outside and come back. It's way easier that way. It kind of works out too.
Yeah.
That works. Yeah. That definitely, change your environment.
You see different environment, how they live in.
Oh, for sure.
And you're like, man, I've been taking my shit for granted.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Not only that, you don't even have to go too far.
Stepping out of your house for 5 minutes can be a game changer. Especially nowadays. Nowadays with people just, you know, hoarding in their house, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now everything's open again. Now you can go to your concerts. You can go to your events.
See people like, oh, delighted. My eyes.
You know, don't let the negativity bugs win. You gotta just you know, be the warrior, man. Everybody has a warrior in them. I got the Inca warrior in me, you know. 23 and me.
23 and me. Oh, the whole thing about that, man. They're trying to copyright your DNA, bro.
Probably, but
they're trying to do a lot of things. I'm sure.
Nothing's free. As long as you take the context and what you need out of it and you're done with it.
It's where you put your focus on, bro.
Yeah.
If you're focusing on like, oh, yeah, they're doing this to like control us and this and that shit, like, yeah, then you're gonna live in fear all constantly. Like,
don't give them power.
Don't give them power. Just ignore the shit.
Got you.
Yeah. Once you start freaking out about shit, like there's up shit in the world. What you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? You know what the best thing you can do about it is? Speak your mind like this. Like, put positivity out there.
Absolutely.
You don't have to go pledge a war against all this stuff. Build yourself up. Build your community up. Do things that contribute to that are more manageable within your reach, that you can feel better about and feel okay about and feel secure that, you know, as long as I'm doing this, whatever else is happening outside my house don't affect me much.
Pick your battles.
In the book Reality Transurfing, the example is you're not going to go into a museum and then rage about a painting or display that you don't like. You're just going to ignore it, move to the next exhibit.
Or a banana and tape.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to be in this uproar about this banana on the wall taped up with duct tape and make a big fuss about it.
Bro, I was thinking about that too. I go, what if the artist was just a troll, bro? They're like, this ain't art, but people gonna talk about it.
That's all it takes.
And that's the beauty of life.
Bad publicity is good publicity. You know what I'm saying? Like, people get so wound up about nothing. It usually is nothing.
Cancel culture.
That's how people get all depressed, because they're letting something that's insignificant in their lives just get them all caught up and wound up about nothing. I mean, yeah, we got this war going on, all this political bullshit that's going on, right? Are you still going to work? You still got to pay your bills, right? You still got to take care of your family, right?
Where's my permission to see Antarctica?
There
ain't no goddamn wars there. It's all nation.
Whatever it is,
under an umbrella.
If it's a distraction, if it's whatever it is to get you to focus on, whatever it is.
What's popping in Antarctica?
Are we gonna go
to that? Where we going with this, Lester? Where we going with this? You trying to lead the conversation somewhere else, huh?
I'm down. Let's go.
Because I don't know.
What's about the blue ice?
What's in Antarctica, Lester?
Ice walls. What's beyond the ice walls?
More ice. Probably, or
you can't make more land. You know, it's being used up. Nah, but all jokes aside, this is like good insights of how we're progressing and stuff. Don't be stagnant, man. That's the main thing.
Yeah, you can only control your actions, right?
Yeah, focus, hustle, and family.
Exactly.
Like, prioritize your values.
Prioritize your values.
Prioritize your values. Like,
A little comedy in there. You'll see improvement. You will have your losses, but you will have your wins.
even with your losses, that's a win.
It'll guide you more likely where you need to go.
Exactly.
Refocusing.
Reframing.
Back, have your steps, and then move on from there, and it just gets easier. Momentum breaks down all that going forward. Always is proven.
Like, you turn on that TV, all it is negativity. I'm not trying to disvalue that or discredit anything, but the problem is you're not understanding that they're trying to get you to focus outside of yourself instead of within yourself, taking away from your spirituality, your connection with the higher self, the universe.
I want to add to that though. War in general is stupid.
Yeah.
No matter what, you're
agreeing.
killing people.
Even the people in the war know that.
Young civilians were sent to kill each other. It was stupid. And I'm going to train myself in order to survive, because there's a balancing act that has to happen between it's either me or you. And a lot of the time, okay, we ain't going to be singing Kumbaya if another motherfucker's coming at me with like a weapon.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was going to bring that up too. There's a war raging right now within yourself.
Oh, yes.
Where
all
there's
the
spiritual, physical,
warfare.
Whatever it is, like the bad bacteria against the good bacteria in your body, it's constant. It is. It's like in your backyard. The insects, the weeds. That's war. The rodents, yeah.
The rodents. They be eating rodents and shit. I have yet to try it.
What kind of rodents do they eat? Rats.
No, yeah.
There's giant rats.
They're giant rats. And then
Dog-sized rats.
Dog-sized rats. Raccoon-sized rats.
Would you ever eat a New York rat? Contaminated.
We look
Depends
at
on
it.
the situation. If you're
Hey, if you gotta survive, you do what you do to survive.
What you gotta do. That's right.
Do what you do to survive.
Butts.
Eating butts.
People falling from planes. They got nothing else to do.
Hey, would you eat somebody if you were trying to survive?
Nah, I was trying to live off of water, and then I'll meet my maker or not. But you could, if you eat humans, you get brain disease too.
Is that a proven fact?
A proven fact.
Cannibalism.
So cannibalism, they fucks you up?
Yeah.
Bro.
And also, it'll be temporary, because if you eat bone marrow, studies say it does amp you up a little bit.
Oh, it gets you crazy.
Yeah. But,
No shit. I didn't know.
Yeah.
From a human or from any animal?
Any animal.
If you eat bone marrow.
Yeah, but it's just toxic if you consume your own people's. Yeah. But I mean, survival, I don't know. I'm not in those people's situation, but yeah, those are your options there.
Those are the results.
Yeah. See, random thoughts that just pop up in the
thoughts.
moment could also just like lead to interesting conversation. That's part of loosening up too.
The only reason I bring it up because Putin be using that. Like, peoples don't know that sometimes they're feeding you that without telling you, which is that's up at a whole other level.
Hey, blood, like I've been seeing some shit about McDonald's.
Exactly, that's what I'm. That's the point. I'm like,
I hate to break it to y'all, but
you know what I mean? Because I'm not there when they're slaughtering these animals and we're all.
What are they mixing in there?
But it's just food for thought out there that,
Pink meat, right?
And in America, it's sad that they're using different chemicals in there too, just for filler. Look at your labels, what you're reading. You got to read.
That's a good point, because everywhere else outside of America,
we do stuff is illegal.
Look at the label. If you just have stuff that you can't read
or pronounce,
maybe don't buy that product.
Maybe don't eat
Probably
that shit.
Because it's just an illusion that they're showing.
What's in an apple?
We have apples right now that have been there for like half a year, and they're not molding.
No, I'm lying. You're lying.
No. I'm exaggerating the time frame, but it's been
a while. Obviously,
and all they have is like a little.
We know about these GMO crops. Obviously, we all know these things exist.
McDonald's fries don't break down.
Oh
yeah, we've seen it.
The immortal fry.
More than one time have we seen it. Not only in the videos, but in our own experiences eating that shit. That you leave a McDonald's fries out, it don't mold, it don't go bad. Somebody left a fucking McDonald's burger and fries in a shoebox for I don't know how long. They popped it out, and that shit still looked like it came out of the fucking restaurant.
Right.
Only till the janitors got tired of looking at it and threw it away.
That's the only time that they
You could put that bitch in the time capsule. And
I was like, no way. I eat that almost in the daily.
Oh no.
And it's those fries, like it has chemicals that it takes 5 days because it's so toxic.
To break down in your body?
No, just to grow it. And then they have to wash it for another 7 days. I was like, oh my God.
Damn.
I'm going to go buy some tonight. No.
I I'm craving it.
Throw some salt
Oh, is
in it.
he? Throw some salt on that, some ketchup. You good, bro?
That sounds delicious.
Nah, but nah, that's serious, man.
Right. No, and going back to surviving, bro. Like,
Hey, let's be honest. Who has eaten that stuff like just off of like, man, this I'm hella hungry. I know this shit is bad for me, but
my
you know
own
what?
self has said,
And they have a drive-through. I mean, how more easy
Yeah.
could it get?
Emergency break glass type of shit.
Right.
Like,
People done that for their nuggets. Really get arrested. Like it's not that serious. Just nuggets.
Wait,
what do you mean?
wait.
Backtrack. What are you talking about?
Well, there's video shorts of people just losing their mind because they couldn't get their nuggets, and maybe they're cooking it because sometimes they'll pull you to the side, go to
Yeah, wait for me real quick.
parking lot 1, 2, 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
These people wasn't hearing it. They were just breaking through, getting inside,
So
fighting.
that shit's making you crazy too. They got that bone marrow and brain in there. Then
I'm like, what are they really putting in this food? Because for someone to act like that,
The drug.
it's like a drug addiction.
Yeah.
And it's food we're talking about.
my son, he works at KFC now. He's been a type of kid that he loves takeout, Chick-fil-A,
You'd always order DoorDash.
DoorDash, right?
The audio might have given out.
A podcast like, you think they edit shit?
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
Unless it says it's live, no. Even there, they'll probably have an emergency button. Abort.
I had an idea that probably, but the editing's so good on those podcasts.
Well, because you have multiple. Well, for me, I'm the movie dude. You have multiple cameras. It's
True.
seamless.
Yeah.
Because there's a way to edit. I've done it where it's
You've shown me.
right. Like it's seamless. The point of an editor is to make it seem effortless.
It takes skill.
It does. So yeah, I mean, once we have an actual studio in the
And
future
a team,
and we scale, and there's actual like merchandise, like you mentioned earlier, like things are gonna happen when it happens, detached from the outcome, but always focus on the vision. The vision had always been, since we all started working on interviews and podcasts and all this other stuff, of a better future. So that's why faith is so important, because when you have faith, you're able to withstand, push forward. You get past the challenges, which are meant to teach you something, to grow, evolve, and become a better human. Remember that you're human. Sometimes we forget, like mentioned earlier.
Part of our journey.
It is part of the journey. So there's little moments where I was like, we may or may not have recorded that section. Maybe that was for our own safety.
Just conversation.
It's conversation.
Not advice.
No, right? Disclaimer, right? Disclaimer, like, oh shit.
This is just for entertainment purposes only. Educational.
Entertainment.
It's entertainment. There we go. We'll catch you next time.
My Instagram and YouTube at EdTray.
Instagram at X1.
Fredo Man Lopez across all platforms. We'll see you next time. Peace.